Let's go into meditation. So make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And allowing all your stresses to be released in this moment now. Take another deep breath. And letting go. Take another deep breath. Feeling yourself coming into alignment. And letting go. So as we come together as one breath with one intention, know that we are each surrounded and being held in the arms of grace, and that which knows us so intimately, which beckons us forward on this path of great discovery. Although at times it may feel like we are being led blindfolded, the mind, the intellect wants to know, where am I headed? Will I be safe? Who will be there with me? What will my world look like? And yet in this moment, we are asked to trust, to fully be present in our vulnerabilities, and we feel your resistance with that word, the great vulnerability. Dear one's vulnerability allows you to discover your strength. It indicates your resolve. It shows you your determination. For your freedom lies at the end of your discomfort. Dare break through the last of your limitations. For in a day, you travel back in time to past experiences. Some of you reliving those moments. Some of you reenacting those moments. As you go back in your memory banks, embrace those moments with your sacred heart, seeing your innocence in your actions or non-action. For these are not times of judgment. These are moments of revelation, so that you may take note when you have denied your truth, when you have allowed your fear to stop you. But we invite you to face everything and rise. For you are the embodiment of source energy. Allow your voice to be utilized. Allow your hands to be the hands of source. Allow your actions to be interpretations of source energy. For each of you is at a crossroad. Who you were no longer exists. For once you open the door, walking back home to your wholeness, to who you have always been, perhaps muffled, perhaps buried with hurts and disappointments and betrayals as perceived by the mind. But all of those experiences, every time one stumbles, every time one falls, you can sit and pout, cross your arms in resignation, cry a tear or two, but you cannot stay sitting forever. Life calls you, and you stand once again, dusting off your knees, the dust from your clothing, with a greater determination, a greater strength, finding a route that perhaps was not visible prior to this experience. And whether you climb, you crawl, you walk around, obstacle that presented itself was simply a moment of pause. For as the energies continue to shift, your heart keeps expanding. Your sacred heart wants to be the leader, wants you to follow its direction. And it is not from some other source outside of you. This infinite intelligence, this infinite wisdom can be heard in the stillness of your being. So we invite you to take moments of rest from the distractions of everyday life. As you sift through your past, retain the gifts in all that you have encountered and all that you have experienced. And if there are aspects of you that you have not yet embraced, invite them back home. Invite them back into your sacred heart. For you cannot allow yourself to be fragmented. Every part is a piece of the puzzle. When put together, it is defined as you. And you have come here to be yourself, not someone else's version of who you should be or how you should be. This is a sacred moment. It is you meeting yourself as love itself. So as we invite you to journey with us, we are wanting you to walk in a jungle where the foliage is thick. There is no path before you, for you are required to forge your own path. With a machete in hand, you are clearing the way, for this is your walk of life. No longer being a follower, but being at one as a sovereign being that you are, resilient and in trust of your inner compass that leads you the next beneficial moment always. So as you clear this path, there may be sounds that you hear within this jungle that is unfamiliar to you, but you maintain your focus. This is a time of clearing, of forging, of detaching from all that no longer serves you. As you unplug energetically from individuals, from situations, from memories that have no place in where you are going. And as you release yourself from these engagements, from these obligations, let them go with love. Fill your heart with gratitude for what was as you embrace what is to come, where life is leading you. And through this jungle canopy, you witness butterflies of various colors. And one comes to land on your shoulder. And as you turn your attention, focus your gaze upon this beautiful creature, seeing the vivid colors and realizing that a butterfly, when it was a caterpillar, had no indication, no concept of what it would become. It trusted in the forces of nature, in that which creates worlds. It didn't fight its cocooning. It waited patiently. And when the moment, the divine moment appeared, it broke through its chrysalises, spreading its wings, perhaps apprehensively, to take flight in its magnificence. So as you notice all of these butterflies coming to rest upon you, coming to say hello, as you look up to the sky, you see a beam of light penetrating through the foliage. And as you raise your head, this beam of light touches the space right between your eyebrows, infusing you with a moment of clarity as the veils lift, as the illusions and disillusionments are seen. And in the synergy of love, these butterflies take flight from you, taking away all that no longer serves, so that you may be lighter in your energetic field. You may be less encumbered by your past, letting go of past beliefs, of outdated ways of thinking, of being. Feel this moment of renewal. And as you reach the edge of this jungle, you are greeted by the sea, for we are returning you back to your source. And as you look out at the horizon, notice the vastness of what is in front of you. For each of you is timeless. Each of you is priceless. Embrace your truth. Claim your power. Be at one with all that you are. Be in love with every part. And as you stand at the shoreline, take a deep breath, feeling the oxygen filling your lungs, filling you with renewed hope. Take another deep breath, allowing the breath to move through your whole body, recalibrating, re-energizing, restoring every cell to perfect health. Feel yourself as you are becoming lighter and lighter as you let go of more of your density. Notice how your senses become sharper. As you stand in this moment in time where the past and the future meet in the present moment, where your power lies. Claim what it is that you want to feel moving forward. For each of you is a creator. We are here in assistance, but we cannot interfere, for we respect your free will. But in moments of uncertainty, know that every cry for help is responded to. Be attentive to the signs being sent your way. Be attentive to the sensations that you experience. Take another deep breath. And the deeper you breathe, the more at one you are with all of life. Take moments during your day to stop and see where you are, and gently return yourself from wherever you go into this freedom that is always only found in the present moment. We remind you that we walk before you, beside you, behind you. You are always assisted, always supported by your team of life. We see you in your perfection. We hold the greatest version of who you are until you are capable of seeing it and owning it and embracing it for yourself. Remain focused. Remain as neutral as possible in all that you witness. Feel the peace that is always present. Feel the guidance that is always offered. Feel the love that is always extended. For there is great love for you here. And so it is. So as you take a moment to collect yourself, let's see each of us as pillars of light. And as these pillars of light, we are beaming this divine light to all beings everywhere. We send vibrations of well-being, of peace, of solidarity as we stand together in unison, uplifting, inspiring, and empowering one another until all beings everywhere awaken to themselves. Thank you.